Hi Mike, Friday here in sunny Sydney University. Great surroundings. Here to do a session on sevens attack. In particular, we're looking at the reload section of attack, and this particular first part we're going to concentrate on the pull out as an option of reloading. Right lads, first drill we're going to look at is working on the reload, but more importantly working how we can get the ball from the outside back into play. So we're going to be working in fives to start with without defenders. We're going to look to move the ball to the outside and work on the pull out to start with. Okay, that's about the end man recognising that he's outside the defence, can have a go. Ideally, first opportunity is he can try and score, realises he can't get round the defence, then it's about what we do off the ball. Who's dropping into pocket, who's picking up the short line to keep the defenders honest, what the pivot is doing to get our depth and compression to then be able to move the ball to the other side of the pitch. You'll then run on through, bit of mayhem on these cones as you swap positions, and then you'll do the same coming back. It's about communication, it's about understanding and getting your roles right, and then being able to execute as well as getting your pass and catch on the money as well, okay? So we'll look to do that one first, then we'll look to bring in defenders, and then we'll move on to other alternatives of reloading. Let's just jog this through so we get to understand the shape of what we want on the pull out. In, we've got a short line, drop to pivot, into pocket, push, shift, move the ball, get to your cones, come round, drop him off, get in position, move the ball, who's got the short line, nominate, pivot, get in position. So interesting to see here as the boys try and find their rhythm and their communication to get the right roles and responsibilities. Still quite quiet out there. They're all ball watching rather than once they've done their job, they're looking to do their next job. You'll start to see, is the pivot getting in position early in relation to the man that's trying to have a go on the outside? Is the pocket talking to the man on the outside? Is the short runner looking to try and pick up the right hole in order to be an effective decoy or man that holds the defence on the inside of the guy that's pulling out? Also, you see the first man, does he ball watch or does he look to get himself in position quickly because he sees the whole pitch? Is he talking to the four players in front of him? Once you've made your pass, think about your next job. In, push. Don't get there too early, it's a short line. What's your next job? It's really, really important we understand this because timing and the right pitches are everything. So make your pass like you would. In and again, make your pass, make your pass. Right, stop now. What should you be thinking? Looking at where he's going to get to be a short ball. Let the defenders see you so they come with you. You're the magic trick. What should you be thinking about? Dropping back straight away, not ball watching and looking. Okay, now make that pass. What should you be thinking? You're going to try and score. And if you can't score, walk it on. What are you doing? Dropping in straight behind. Where are you looking to take your depth off? Off him, go for the outside. Now you're looking to hit your line. You realise you're not going to score. If you stop, what do the defence do? They stop. Now, if they connect here, who's on? There to play away and push. If I stay here, who's on? There's the short hole, there's the triangle. Okay? At the moment, when we're furthest away from the ball, we're switching off. Rather than, here's our opportunity. If it doesn't work here, we can shift, we can go somewhere else. Does that make sense? So I want to see us now, we're going to run this at full speed. Can we get what we want out of this drill? Make sense? Flat out, let's go. In, push, push. Next job, the pivot. Who's a pocket? In through. Don't be afraid to stop, defences will stop. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Don't wait for him, don't wait for him. Put him under pressure, in and push. Ball in front. Drop in, communicate. That's better talk. Well done, in and shift. Oh, push through on your passes. Come on, rifles. Go hard. Did you have your depth at pivot? Need a bit more depth off the pocket. Hit on. Push. In. Go hard. Push on the outside. Pull back. Good rep. Well done. Better. We'll just progress it to give you a bit more of a defensive picture. Can I have 3 of you in bibs, please? So again, we're outside the defence, we're going to shift, we're going to drag them across. You're now looking for the defensive pictures. Ideally, if you could skin him, you would. For the purposes of this, you aren't going to be able to. Now it's recognising, is there a disconnect, or are they connected as a 3? If they are, you shift, you try and beat them back the other way. If they're disconnected, you can look to hit the short line. Where should the short line looking to be hit in between? Between defenders 2 and 3, because 1 and 2 are looking at who? Receiver and the pocket. So if that short runner runs in between 1 and 2, he's just burning himself. Now that man on the end, remember, you go hard to start with. If you'll pull out, stop. Defence will stop. You again got to move your feet. Pull out or play away. Make sense? So 3 defenders, out you come. You're going to be very, very passive. Okay, you're going to stay inside the ball. You just make a decision whether you stay as a 3 or you go as a 2 and a 1 and leave them the short line. Does that make sense? Okay, very passive, just giving the attack clear defensive pictures to see. Let's go then, let's go, let's go. See, on that one there, the short line was on. The short line was definitely on and they didn't take it. Okay, because they're playing the drill, they're not playing the defensive picture that's in front of them. Very important that you pick these things up as a coach, you start to give them the feedback. Let's see what they do now. See there, short runner was there too early, therefore not effective. Let's stop there. So who's the short line? Would you say you were an effective magic trick? Too flat. In magic, the art of deception means the opposition have got to see the trick. So if you've gone and you've flown by before they've seen the trick, who's going to fall for the trick? Nobody. So understand your role. So on that first one, they were a 2 and 1. He left the short line. But were we looking for it, or were we just playing when Mike told me to play away? Does that make sense? On the second one, did the short line get his timing right? No effective trick, we could just push on through. Everybody's got to understand their role, understand their timing. Does that make sense? Who can see the picture? This first man here. Short line's on, short line's on. Pull out, hit the pivot. The communication has to be on the money, okay? Let's go again. Unlucky, unlucky. Got to keep your feet moving on the end. Good, 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 come on. Don't give him the short, don't give him the short this one. There we go, hit on. There we go, now you've reloaded and beat the team. As you can see here, coaches, these are the types of cues and micro points you need to be looking as a coach as you try and build the ability to reload once you've had a go on the outside.